tutorial of Django. We are learning with div.py. Today, we will be talking about the basic programming code because last time we saw one of the topic called intermediate. Now, for some time, I'll be just talking about some basic codes. So we started by using if and else statement, but now we are talking about creating operators. So in the last example, we saw the equal to. In this one, we'll be seeing about not equal to. And so for a couple of days, we'll be working on these operators. So I'll try to cover one or two of the operators per day. But very quickly, let's go to the program and see how we can put these operators in the view. So this is what I've done in the last example also. But again, first, before I go into it, I will stop this from execution. And before I proceed further, I will just like to show you that in the last class we talked about div.learner, where I was put in the name of the user, and that user, I said that we'll be getting the input. If the input is kind of a post, we get the values of the form, and then if the values of the form is valid, we'll take out all the values, and then this is where I'll be posting my form. So I will not be creating a new object. I will be just saying that this is what my form is. Else, if there is it's not a post. And the second thing is we don't have the forms there. This would be the new form that we'll be creating. We'll be creating it from div input forms. And we'll be passing this part of the form. If it has been initialized earlier, we are taking the value. We are reinitializing it here, and we are reinitializing it here as well, so that we don't lose the value. So once we have reinitialized, we are passing that in the form. We are passing the div.k user, that's this user here. We are passing num1 here and num2 here. Now this is where the view is working on, but this has to actually go into the template. So we come to the HTML. In the HTML, we will get number 1 and number 2. So we'll find out if number 1 is not equal to number 2, then we write down that the two numbers are different. Else, if they are not equal to, so that means they're equal to, then it will write down that the two numbers are equal. So for this, I've also made one more change, which I have to go into the div form py, and I've added two more values, which are related to num1 and num2 fields. So in order to show you the difference, I will just write down num with a capital N, and here also num with a capital N. Now, if I go into the view, I will not be able to find these ones, so I will change them from num1 to num2, because that's how the form would be coming in. But I'll be passing in num1 and num2 there. That's what I'm going to do. And to make a difference, let me just put in NUM. Let's just put in A1 and A2, so that they are not related to anything. They are related to the view, the template that we are working on. So here also I have to write down A and A, because that's what is being passed and that's what we are looking forward for. So if I save it, save all, and then try to run my server again, you will see everything will be ready if I just refresh it. And now I write down Sachin, I put in 6, and I put in 5. And I click on this button. It says that the number are not equal, 6 and 5. And then let me just put in Sachin again and put in 6 and 6 and 1. It says that the two numbers are equal. So this is how we can use not equal to operator. And if we go back to the demo, you will see that we have already used the part of, we never used the part of the equal to. So very quickly, I'll change it to equal. And then what I have to do is I have to swap these two things, because if it is equal, then it should write down that the two numbers are equal. And if they are not, then it should go to the else part. All right, let's just save it. So once I save it, I can come back here expecting the same behavior. So if I write down 6 and 6, we should get that the two numbers are equal. I'll put in section again and 7 and 7, and it says they are equal. Now let's just try 6 and 7. They are not equal. So this is how you can use non-equal to sign. Although this is a very basic class, but we try to complete all the operators so it becomes easier for anybody who's looking at the tutorial to understand. But this is all that I wanted to talk about today. And with that, we have come to the end of the session. And thank you for listening and learning with me. I hope we have moved a bit forward in learning. To contact me, write in YouTube comments or email to devklearn@gmail.com. Thank you. Bye-bye.